All right. Well, I think we're live. I think Mike put us on live. So, Mike, unfortunately, is having some horrible weather in Amarillo. I mean, we're talking like hailstorms, windstorms, like some really, really bad stuff. So, he might pop in and out, but for now, I'm just going to kind of chit chat and talk to myself. So, if you're joining in, unfortunately, Mike is my administrator. So, I really can't see anybody that's coming on, but feel free to comment as we go along, and hopefully he'll pop in and out. If not, we can always pick it up later on. But so I know Mike was talking about he was prepared. So if this is his version of prepared, I'm a little nervous. just just kidding. Oh shit, there he is. I better stop talking shit. Anyway, so I know he had put up there about shit. I can't remember what it said now. I hope he pops it back up there again about Daredevils and things we did when we were kids. And man, I tell you what, man, we did a lot of stuff when we were kids that were fun and dangerous. Oh, are you there? Oh, he's joining back. But I was talking about being Daredevils. I know Mike had posted that, but nowadays, man, I think my Daredevil days have kind of gone to the wayside because now just bending down or sneezing causes me to cuss and be in pain. So not much of a Daredevil anymore. I don't know if Mike can hear me or not, but nope, guess not. So anyway, we're going to continue on. But so it's funny how when I was in my late teens and early 20s, life was so much different because I thought differently. And when I thought about people my age, I thought them to be a certain way. But man, I tell you what, it's nowadays I think back about how I thought about that, like my parents and my grandparents, and man, I understand how they were back then now because I'm older, daily I check the weather. I never understood when I was younger why my grandparents and my parents always check the weather. I can't tell you really why I do it a lot of times. I know why I do most of the time because I work out of. Hold on, Mike is calling. Hi, Mike. I think we're actually live and we're on the show right now because you kicked us on live. Are you still there?
You can still. Is it still working on your end?
Oh yeah, I'm live. I'm chopping it up.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have you on my microphone, so you can. It says live. It's got the counter on there.
Let me see if I can find it on Facebook then.
Well, you're on the microphone on my phone right now. So, what was the thing you put up there? You put the Daredevils and something or other.
Daredevils and risk takers.
Yeah, there you go. I was talking about how now, bending over or sneezing causes me to curse and be in pain nowadays. So not really much of a daredevil or a risk taker anymore, but I get it.
We were back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, we were absolutely. And I was just getting ready to say, I understand now why, our parents and grandparents, felt certain ways and did certain things because, I mean, shit, Mike, let's face it. Nowadays, if I sit in an uncomfortable chair for 10 minutes, it affects me for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
I hurt, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and it's ridiculous. You would think now, I mean, we're not that old. I mean, let's face it. I mean, okay, chronologically, yeah, we're older, but I don't know about you, but I don't feel my age. Do you?
No, and I think we mentioned that last week. I'm 62, but I'm telling you, I feel like I'm 40.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm on board with you with, and it's funny because today there's 3 of us at the radio station. We're all having back problems, and it's all in the same damn spot. We're all grabbing the lower part of our right back, and one said, mine's right here, and I said, shit, that's where mine is. And Johnny goes, well, that's where mine is too. And so we were just saying, in fact, one of the girls was going to go see a chiropractor to try to get hers taken care of. You know how I feel about chiropractors.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, that ain't happening, kids.
So let me ask you something, Mike. Do you think that because of our age, your back pains or aches and pains you have could have anything to do with the weather you're having in Amarillo right now?
I would blame it more on my girth, my weight.
Girth, I love it.
I don't think it's, and the fact I sit on my ass almost all day long, that sure didn't help anything. Weather maybe, but my back's been hurting long before this system came in.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I am at that point now where like I'm getting ready to I'm flying out to Montana tomorrow morning early, like 5 o'clock in the morning, and the weather in Vegas this weekend is supposed to be like 100 plus. The weather in Missoula, Montana is 54. So I'm sure I'll be feeling some shoulder and knee and back pain while I'm there.
Yeah, you might take a little. What do you do? Leave Advil,
hydrocodone. Yeah.
Gin, rum.
Yeah, it's called hydrocodone and vodka. Yes.
Well, that's a good painkiller.
Oh, that'll kill a lot of things. But
no, I'm bummed because I had pictures ready to go tonight. So we'll save that for next week.
Did you do your homework?
Which one though?
The Magnificent Seven.
No, it's been a hectic week.
Yeah, it's only 3 weeks in a row, but no big deal.
Tim Cato actually called me the other day and said, "Hey, when are we going to watch the movie? When are we going to come over and do some barbecue?"
I like that guy.
And watch the movie. And Cato's pretty. You would like Tim. Tim's pretty cool cat.
I like that guy already.
So he's taking up the battle for you here. He's riding my ass about both of these movies.
What was the other one?
Dude, Magnificent Seven. The other one was Ron Burgundy.
Oh yeah, Anchorman.
Yeah.
God, how can you, in the line of work you're in, how can you not have at least watched Anchorman? I am highly disappointed in you, Mike.
I don't know.
Highly.
That's a good. Well, I'm sorry you're disappointed in me. Excuse me while you can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, but wiping the tears away.
Only if I'm crying out my ass.
There you go. Yeah.
It just,
It is what it is, man. But they are, and there's a lot of movies that I probably haven't watched that you're a fan of, and vice versa. But I think I know you enough to know your sense of humor, of things that you may or may not like, or the things even dramatic wise. I did watch something, and I want to pick your brain about it. The scene in The Magnificent Seven when Doc Holliday says, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Well, that's Tombstone.
Tombstone, yeah. I'm sorry, Tombstone.
Yeah.
So I was watching a thing on TikTok about that, and the guy says that the term is actual, "I'm your hucklebearer," and he says they came to that term from when you were a pallbearer. The handles you held on the side of the casket were called a huckle, and you carried it, and you were a hucklebearer. So when Doc Holliday said that, he didn't say, "I'm your huckleberry." He was saying, "I'm your hucklebearer." What do you think about that?
Well, I would say that it's called a huckle. And it would make sense that would be the thing that Holiday said to Ringo is, "I'm your huckleberry." But I think if I remember my history correctly, and that's one of the upsides to that version of Tombstone, it's right in line with Saving Private Ryan. The producers went out of their way to try to focus on, time correct
authenticity. Yeah.
And I read it where "I'm your huckleberry" is something that Doc Holliday actually said.
Really?
Along with the fact of when he's in the sanatorium, which would have been in Colorado.
Yeah, it was.
And he died. Or just before he died, he did look down at his bare feet and said, "Isn't that funny?" And that's one of the last things anybody remembers him saying.
Wow. And again, also, I don't know if I told you or not, but another one of my probably top 3 movies, Tombstone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's I watch it at least once a month. Drives my wife nuts.
See, I can do Tombstone. I'm good in every 3 or 4 months maybe. I don't like watching things too often. I like going back and seeing if there's something I did. For example, let me tell you this. Yesterday, Carol and I, for some reason, watched Three Amigos.
Oh my god!
And the scene where they're coming up on the singing bush and they get off their horse, they dismount from the horses. I've never paid attention enough to see that Chevy Chase actually gets off his horse, but spins around and ends up on the horse next to him backwards.
Yes.
I said, baby, how many times have we seen this movie? I've never seen
Are
that.
you kidding me?
I've never noticed it.
Oh, come on, El Guapo.
See, but I love doing that. I love watching movies and discovering something I've not seen before. So
I guarantee you, my wife can tell you my top 5 movies. So I watch them all religiously. Every month, every other month, I'm watching the same thing. Like I very rarely do I get the TV by myself. It's usually, and not so much Michelle. She's not a big TV or movie watcher, but she's a book reader. But like Elena, she's watching anime and cartoons and shit. So when the girls go shopping or I have a time alone to myself with the TV, I always say I'm gonna watch some shit blow up, because I got a 80-inch TV, surround sound, the whole 9 yards, man. You can hear
some things porn just doesn't look or sound good on.
Hey man, dude, you could hear my TV 4 houses down. So when they're not here, I crank that bitch up, and I'm watching something that blows up. It's usually like Iron Man or the 300 or something along those lines, just something loud and obnoxious. And she knows them all because she'll make fun of me. She's like, "What are you gonna watch? What are you gonna watch? The 300?"
I just watched 300 maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, and my other one's Gladiator. I can watch that every day.
Love Gladiator.
Love Gladiator. Oh yeah, great movie.
I think it's one of the best Russell Crowe. And I also enjoyed Russell Crowe in Master and Commander.
That was a good. That was good. I will give him that. Yes,
I like that one.
I will give him that.
So welcome to Film Review here on TMI. Are you shitting me? TMI podcast.
Did you see the one with Russell Crowe where he was the disgruntled pedestrian that killed everybody, or the driver that killed everybody?
No. I've only Crowe movies aren't that deep.
Hold on, I got to look it up now. Hold on one second. It was. It's not.
The other one I enjoyed was what is it? Where they're all gunslingers. Gene Hackman's in it.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Shit, and the fucking the kid. What's his name?
Leonardo
DiCaprio. Yeah. He's
the
the son of Gene Hackman. Yeah. Great movie. Great movie.
Enjoyed that one.
Yeah, great movie. There's one with Russell Crowe. It was one of the newest ones where it's not road rage, but something along those lines. And what a great movie. Yeah, a little rough, but for he kills everybody. Yeah, it was good. It was a good movie. I loved it. Loved every minute of it.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
But no, yeah, exactly. Welcome to Film Review. We didn't plan on it. I mean, we never plan on anything, but we didn't plan on you not being here either. But you know what? Hey, it's working out. We're at 15 minutes. We're doing good. I got you on the phone. You're on the speaker. We can still hear you. So
guys are still oddly yellow.
Well, just pray you guys are safe. That's all I care about.
It'll hopefully blow over and leave us alone.
Well, because it's okay. Things change, Mike. We have to go on the fly. I mean, back in the day, things were a lot different. We used to pull all-nighters back in the day. I don't know if you remember doing that or not, but nowadays,
the video I sent you, by the way, the dude that said his version of all-nighter has changed. The new all-nighter is being able to go all night long without having to get up to take a piss.
Amen. I agree. I'm right there, dude. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm ready for an all-nighter.
It's not only that, but I don't know about you, but I was watching another one. The guy talks about it. He goes, I know I'm getting older. I know I'm getting older because I blow my nose on an average 5 to 6 times a day.
See, that's amazing. I'm going to tell you this. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to play a game called Are You Normal? The premise of the show, and I had to give the operations manager credit. He said, "Hey, man," because he's going to run the board for me tomorrow. And he said, "Hey, want to do this? I've been thinking of questions, and it's going to be based, along the lines of Are You Normal?" And he said, for example, when you stand up out of your chair, which foot do you lead with to walk?
More importantly, do you grunt when you get up out of your chair?
Well, everybody our age grunts a little bit. I grunt, I fart, I come close to shitting. It's it's the gamut.
It's a shark.
But I was wondering. Okay, so that's a good question. But I was thinking, all right, when you put on your pants or your underwear, which foot goes in first?
Well, I think the question you have to ask, Mike, at our age, it's more of a challenge now. Do you sit down to put them on, or do you still stand up and try to put them?
I can still. I told this to Carolyn. I said, "Yeah, I can still stand up. I might have to brace myself to keep from falling over.
I can't do it.
But I have to put the underwear down low enough to where I can attack it with a foot, and then I have to chase them around for a little bit. It's like a game
and then God forbid you catch a fucking toe or something.
Well, I catch my toe all the time. It pisses me off. Do you ever get mad at your underwear? Like it understands, like it's purposely trying to fuck you up.
Stop it! Stop it! Shut up! Shut up! Stop it!
Take it back off, start over again.
Oh shit! No, man. Ever since I had Achilles tendon surgery on my right leg, dude. Trying to put socks on standing up, it just doesn't happen anymore, dude. We're at the stage now where we have that little bench at the end of the bed, that you sit. Yeah. I can't do it, man. I gave up a long time ago.
Can you sit on that bench? Because I sit on the bench. I can't get my leg up far enough to put my socks on. So
I'm getting a bad visual, man. Just shut up.
I have to sit on the bed. I scoot the dog out of the way.
Scoot the dog out of the way. I get that.
The dogs are sitting there laughing at me. Watch it. They talk to each other. Okay, here he comes. Watch him put on the sock. It's funny as hell. I tell you.
Oh man. That is the epitome of again, we talk about when we were younger, the things we never thought about as we would get older. And these are some of the things, man. Back in the day, you throw your underwear halfway down, jump both legs in, and you were out the door,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dressed like a fireman.
And now you understand the stress of people we considered older back then, of when you leave the house and you're driving around and you have that stress of wondering, shit, did I turn the coffee pot off?
Right. Think about this. All right. Now that we're talking about this, do you see like Dad chasing his underwear with his foot and getting mad at it?
Oh my God, yes. Absolutely.
But when we were kids, now that we're thinking about it, I'm thinking, what would Dad look like when he got pissed off at his underwear?
In his tidy whities. Oh, shit. That's great.
But yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. So I've got a list of questions. That's one of them is, which foot goes in first.
Oh, give me another one.
Let me think about it.
Let's play this game for about the next 10 minutes. Come on.
There you go. So, here's one for you. It's kind of along the same line. So when you're putting your shoes on, which one do you tie first?
I always tie my right first. I'm right.
It's kind of a trick question. I very rarely wear shoes with shoestrings anymore. Because I can't bend over and tie the fucking things.
I agree.
But here's a big old clap of thunder. But I'm a right foot guy. I'll put the right foot in first, and then I do the hokey pokey.
And I turn myself around.
But yeah, it ought to be kind of fun. So I'm kind of looking forward.
So there was a question when you're, I'll pose it to you. When you're in the shower and you have your soap or your scrubby or whatever you have in the shower, what is the first part of your body you wash first?
Well, generally, it's Carolyn in the shower washing me.
Stop it. Shut the fuck up. You wish.
No, it's funny because
shit.
I'll be the first to tell you, I'm extremely routine when it comes to that.
I am too. So I'm curious as to what your answer is. I know what mine is.
Right, well, if we're gonna, we must be getting drunk because we're talking about our personal life.
Dude, I'll tell you. Listen, I have a little scrubby thing that my wife buys me every year for Christmas and throughout the year. I always start with my chest. I don't know why. I always start with my chest, and that's where I begin my soaping up.
I generally start under the underarms and I move down to the junk.
Yeah. See, so, and it's funny how you think it's kind of ironic because everybody's a little different. And did you know, and you can look this up, GTS, Google that shit, where you start washing says something about your personality.
I'm almost afraid to look that up then because it's probably going to immediately contact the FBI or something. I think we need to watch this guy.
Right. He's on the no-fly. He's on the no-fly list.
No-fly list. He has to stay 2 miles away from all school zones. He's got issues.
Shit.
No.
But no, seriously, there was somebody that posed this question. It had a whole line out of where you started. It says something about your personality.
Okay. Well, I am going to GTS then. I need to know what does it mean about me but I'm extremely routine. I am so routine, Ron, that I shower one particular way. If I do it wrong, I feel it. I can tell. Oops, I'm not doing it right.
Mike, you're preaching to the choir.
I dry off in the same way. My bathroom routine every morning is you can set your watch by that shit.
I will tell you something.
The dogs sit there and watch me. All right, he's going to do this. My dogs, Ron, no. This is how pathetic it is. They lay on the bed and watch me. They know
when to move.
They know when to get up and run out of the room. And it's funny because it happens at the same time every morning. Well, he's done.
I agree.
Let's run out here because he's going to bring his puppy snacks.
So, I told you I'm leaving Friday morning early. And Michelle, of course, loved my wife to death. She's like, well, while you're gone, I'm going to clean your office. I'm like, do not touch anything in my office. She's like, it's such a disaster. I'm like, I know, but it's called controlled chaos. I know exactly, as messy as it is. I wish you could see it. As messy as it is, I know exactly where everything is in here. I don't care if it's under 15 envelopes, papers, beer cans. I don't care. I know exactly where it is.
It's kind of like my shop. I know where everything is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't mess with the controlled chaos.
Don't mess with it because I know where I threw that wrench.
Yeah.
I know where I left that thing. I know where everything is. And
I'm the same way, man. I'm a routine cat, man. It's the same thing every day. I make my coffee the same way every morning. I'll give you a quick analogy of my morning. I get up like 4:30 in the morning. I get up, come out, put the coffee on, same way every day. Put the food in the dog bowls. Go make Elena's lunch, make my lunch. About that time, it's time to wake Michelle up, get her out. If any of that varies, it just fucks up my whole morning.
Doesn't it screw with you?
Oh my God. It just screws up my whole morning.
I don't know if it does anybody else that might be watching now or later, but it's funny how that works. If my morning routine is somehow knocked off course, I don't feel right.
It affects your whole day, man.
It does. It scripts the whole thing.
No, I agree, and I don't know. Do you think we get the creature of habit thing from Dad? Because he was quite the creature of habit himself.
Do you think? I mean, you're close to him. I mean, Dad got up at 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same thing. Daddy would get up, make his coffee. He had his routine. Dad didn't watch anything. I'm not even sure if he read the paper. He just liked that, hour, or so quiet time.
By himself. Amen. I'm the same way.
But that's what Daddy did. Even at the house on Happiness, if when we stayed there, we all stayed downstairs, and I can hear him get up at 4:30 in the morning. It's like, damn, dude.
Sleep much?
Yeah, right. But if it's something I want to go do, like fishing or go to the mountain, 5:30, 6:30, it's good. Oh, I see. If it's something we want to do, you'll sleep in. Sleeping until 6 is sleeping into him.
Well, that's like now, during the weekdays, Michelle always says, I wake up, I'm just tired, I don't want to do anything. She goes, I want to stay in bed. And then the weekends, I'm fucking up, wide awake, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
That's where I feel bad for my wife. Bless her heart. My wife busts her ass all week long. And come the weekend, she even works hard on Saturdays. And so here's her husband getting up at like 7 in the morning, and
slacker.
I just think I feel bad.
Slacker.
I am. I'm a bum.
Can't believe you admitted that in public.
Yeah. Well, it's the girl in me.
Well, kind of public.
Yeah.
It's only half of us here. But we're at about 27 minutes now, and been without my video partner here.
Yourself.
But we got you got me on camera. That's all we need. We got Mike on the phone. So Mike on the mic. Look, I made a funny.
You have to improvise. You adapt.
I made a funny.
You did, Mike on the mic. I've never heard that before. Oh, well, there's another one though that I saw. Oh, it was on one of the things I wanted to put up for the visual, and it was you might have grown up in the 70s or 80s if you actually believe Mikey died
from Pop Rocks.
Eating Pop Rocks and something else.
Did you see that the guy that said that? He goes, Pop Rocks are the greatest candies of the 80s. Rest in peace, Mikey. The guy, he goes, the guys at the candy shop are like, okay, sugar's not enough. Let's make it explode.
Pop Rocks.
Mikey. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Oh, yeah. You tell me that wasn't a shitty commercial for a guy named Mike.
Oh, please. Stop it. Well, I tell you what, man, it's we're at about 28, and it's no fun without you on live. So sorry for not having Mike here, but again, God help you guys with the weather out there. It looks horrible. I was just looking at the weather stream, and you guys are probably getting hammered right now.
We can hear it. Yeah,
thunder.
Sounds like a pretty heavy downpour right now. I'm trying to look at my security cameras, and yep, she's a pouring.
Well, go take care of your puppies and everybody, Mike. Love you so much. We'll try it again next week. Again, thank you guys for joining in. Sorry it was just my face on here. It's usually Mike, but we're going to pray for him and Carolyn and everybody out there in Amarillo with the weather that's going on right now, and hope everything pans out okay. So, Mike, I love you.
I love you too, bro.
And we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.